Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tammy Doe. If you're new here, if you're new to Moldavite, welcome. And if you're returning, I'm happy you picked up this signal and said just continue following the energy. So within this last 5 years working intensely with Moldavite, I managed to pick up a really clear signal. And I started noticing these different patterns that are happening every year. And one of the patterns is during this Sirius gateway that just passed from July 3rd to the 7th. Right, many of us may be hearing like different astrologers, different light workers talking about the gateway, but to be honest, none of that really resonated with me, or I never really understood it until I experienced it for myself. Okay, so why the Sirius gateway was important is Moldavite is believed to originated from the star Sirius. And during this gateway is a huge portal that is connected from the star Sirius to Earth. So there's going to be a lot of downloads and upgrades coming through. So that's why it's really important in the previous months for us to cut cords, release energies, disconnect, detach. So many of you may be feeling a period of isolation or disconnect from people, things, environment, jobs, whatever it is. It's preparing you for this big upgrade, okay? And so this star is also believed to be connected to the goddess Isis, which is believed to rule over the cycle of death and rebirth. And also the god Anubis, who walks between the realms of the living and the dead, okay? So for those who experienced the last couple months of, wow, this old me is like dying off, it's probably what you're feeling. And during this gateway, you may have felt like you're coming back to life. You're feeling alive again. Okay? So I know for me, there's intense cutting cords, detaching, releasing. And typically, I'm very confident in my guides. When they tell me to disconnect, I'm going to disconnect. Right? When you're tuned in, when you're connected, you stand firm in what you know, and you're solid in your knowing. So the last month was a complete disconnect. It's for you to regain your energy back, clear as much as you can, and then prepare your body for this opening, this gateway. Right? So those you are experiencing that, it's okay. Okay? And so what's happening next is preparing us for the Lionsgate portal that is coming up here on July 26th to August 12th. Now, if you thought this gateway was powerful, get ready for this next Lionsgate portal. So the Lionsgate portal carries the energy of influence, expansion, like massive expansion. And so when I brought a set of Moldavite to Mount Shasta the other year, I noticed this energy of fame and Hollywood keeps coming through. And so that was the time when one of my videos blew up to like 50,000 views coming back from Mount Shasta during the Lionsgate portal. But it wasn't just me. The friend that went with me, her video also blew up. So there's something very massive coming in for this Lionsgate portal. Every year, I try to activate a set of Moldavites during this time, right? So from now until the Lionsgate portal starting July 26th, and its peak is on August 8th, 8/8 Lionsgate portal. So from now until then, do as much as you can to clear, to make room for this new energy to come through. Just think about, if you watch my previous episode on cutting cords and tapping into your past life, it's really important that, when we clear all these energies from this lifetime, this is when past life connections are starting to come through, right? We have this lifetime to clear, parents, inner child, and then when that's cleared, these past life connections are going to start showing up in our reality. And so, that's the message here. Get ready for this Lionsgate portal coming up very soon here this month. And I do want to bring up this next event that I'm going to be hosting. This next full moon is an opportunity for us to clear as much as you can. So I'm going to do a full moon release on July 13th the night of, and it's going to be a group event. So typically around the full moon, full moon amplifies whatever is already vibrating in our energy, in our body. Okay, so when the full moon comes around, these energies are going to be amplified. So if you're struggling with depression, abandonment issues, or just some really low energies, it's going to be amplified. Now, if you are very happy or you're vibrating at higher energy, then that energy is going to be amplified. Typically, full moon is a very good time to purge, is to really dig deep to see what's underneath so that you can get it out of your system. Okay? So with this event, I am going to open up a Moldavite grid activated in Sedona. Okay? So with the Sedona Moldavite, it worked a lot with our womb area. So this is going to go back to the inner child. So if you look at this chart here, this graph, when we're trying to backtrack to go heal different incarnations of ourselves, we're going to not only work on your younger self to heal yourself, but there's a period of the younger child, right? The inner child. And it's a lot of programming and, things our parents or family members tell us when we're little that sometimes we just don't even remember it. It's not even in our consciousness. So by bringing this Moldavite grid from Sedona, pairing it up with this full moon, whatever is deeply ingrained with you will come up to the surface. And so during this session, I'm going to walk everyone through what to be aware of, bring up certain connections that you may not even know, or you forgot about it, or it just never crossed your mind until all this energy is being pushed up to the surface. Okay, so this is this is going to be the full moon before the Lionsgate portal. So it's going to bring up more things into awareness for us to release. Okay, so not only that, I'm going to walk you through the different connections that you may not be aware of, and then I'm going to walk you to a inner child regression for you to release as much as you can. So this session is scheduled for July 13th, this upcoming Wednesday, and at nighttime. So I'm going to put the sign up in the description. If you feel called, this will be an opportunity for you to release amplified, basically. And so I also want to make aware of, what happens when prior to a massive purging, a massive cord release. So this is what I noticed for myself and even working with my clients every time they're getting ready to release a very deep cord that has been lodged within them for a long time. And so prior to the cord being cut, you're going to realize that there's going to be a lot of interference or interruption for you to not do it. And it's your ego grasping to stay alive. It's that energy grasping to stay constant in your reality. So if you look at it this way, I'll give you an example. When I did a clearing event with a different teacher, one of the exercises was, why is this energy of feeling bad always comes up? And as we were doing this exercise, harnessing and bringing the energy up, I turned off my phone. I was getting ready as we were doing this group event. Out of nowhere, the lawnmower guy came by and rang the doorbell. Throughout the whole day, nothing happened. Throughout the whole week, they never came. But exactly at this point in time, he came in and rang the doorbell. And so I was in the middle of this session of trying to clear this energy. And here we have someone else ringing the doorbell. Not only that, prior to that, the internet went in and out. And I started noticing, wow, all these interruptions are coming up for me to not do it, to not release this energy. And I'll tell you, when you release such a intense energy that has been within you for so long, it's not going to want to leave. So pay attention to that. you know, and also we have to be aware of not only is this energy within us, if it's like draining and sucking the life out of us, notice the people that are in your life who may exude a lot of this energy. So let's say you are, you know, you're not very confident, or you're lacking this divine masculine or divine feminine energy. Well, you're gonna go out and find others who exude a lot of this energy. Or if you're lacking love and someone is exuding a lot of love, or maybe not a lot of love, but they're exuding this energy of love. When you two connect or have a conversation, or somebody in your field, when you two connect, whatever energy has been draining you will start pulling out of them, right? Sometimes we think that, you know, other people are energy vampires. You really have to consider that sometimes it's us that's an energy vampire, okay? And so as it's dark, as is the deep energy that has keep reoccurring in your life, it's going to start draining you and those who you're connected to. So, you know, the other person that may not even conscious of it, not being aware, especially if you're in different relationships and, you know, this other person may feel drained, or they try to disconnect, but there's something about you that doesn't want to disconnect. If you look at energetically, what energy are you seeking from them that you're not able to find within you? Okay? And so I hope that makes sense, right? Every time there's a connection, there's always energy going back and forth. Either you're draining someone's energy or someone's draining you, or if you both are healed, generating that own energy within yourself, then this energy is amplified. Okay? But first you need to disconnect, heal this energy within yourself, and that's when you can create a force field versus going out and draining someone else's energy. Okay? Does it make sense? It's not right or wrong, but when you start becoming aware of, you know, who's draining your energy, or who you're draining energy from, notice that when this cord is about to cut, your ego is going to try intensely to not disconnect. So keep that in mind. This typically happens prior to a cord getting cut. So even when I'm sharing this right now, what is coming up in your consciousness? Do you feel like, oh, you're meant to be here? Or are there a lot of interference or interruption coming through, right? Deep down inside, you will know if you're meant to be here or not. Your spirit guides, your angels, they're pulling you to hear this message. So consider it. This is going to be a very powerful session before the Lionsgate portal on 8/8. Okay? So that is an example of what's going to happen prior to a cord being cut. Now, what happens during a cord cutting session? We're working with so much energy. One, you will feel body impulses. Typically when a really deep cord is disconnect, either I go to like body impulses, shaking, or I can feel this energy coming through my throat, out my mouth, or down, depending on which chakra it's lodged in, I can feel it going up my crown. But there will be either intense crying or body shakedowns, kind of like seizure-like, but not that intense. Who knows? Some people may go experience like shakedowns. I know my friend, she's very in tune, and whenever she's like processing energy for the collective or the area that she's at, she goes through a full body shakedown. So it's not right or wrong, it's energy moving out of your system. Especially when we're working with such deep cords, just know that this may happen, okay? You may cry, you may yawn, but you can just feel this pull of energy leaving your energy field. So this is a very powerful session. Let's see, what else do I have for you guys? Yeah, sometimes my jaw would rotate, like it would kind of lock and then rotate. If you think about it, our teeth holds memories. Okay, this is if we die, our teeth holds, you know, our DNA and who we are. It holds a lot of memory too. So sometimes when we're doing this release, we feel energy like leaving through our jaw, our teeth. So I will feel my jaw like trying to rotate as the energy is leaving through my crown. Okay? So some things to look out for. Spasms may happen too. So now, once the cord is cut, what happens? Typically, after cord cutting session, you may feel drained. If you think about it, this cord is being disconnected between two parties. Okay? If you are draining someone else's energy, you may feel drained. Or if someone's draining your energy and you cut that off, you may feel like, oh, all this power is coming back. But once you learn to release what's draining your energy from within, you no longer seek this energy from somewhere else, from the outside, from other people. Because once you target down to what the virus is, what's draining your energy, and you clear it, this is when you start gaining back your power, okay? So just be conscious who you're connected to, why you're drawn to them, what energy are they exuding that you feel like you can't generate within yourself. And to heal that, you need to find out what is draining you within your body. And this goes back to different traumatic events, different cords that's created, and different moments in time that keeps you in this loop, this pattern. Okay? So one, you may feel drained. As our body is recalibrating, remember we're an average of all the energies within our body. As our body's recalibrating, you're going to notice a shift in your reality. Different people may leave, and new people may come through. New people that are resonating with your new energy. Okay? You may notice body symptoms. I did a lot of throat clearing, opened up the throat chakra, and within the next few days, I was breaking out all around my jaw. So depending on where you're working on within the body, you may notice symptoms that are showing up. Okay, so acne is one, and I would always get acne like right between here, between the like the third eye. So it's telling me energy is being purged through my third eye. What else? Sometimes hives, itching. Whenever there's such a big energy shift, I would swell or break into hives. And then another thing that may happen is hunger. As you are releasing energy, your body is grasping to ground. Right? You're releasing all this dense energy. Your body's like, one, Moldavite's gonna try to bring your conscious up there, but two, your body's grasping the ground to this physical realm. So it's gonna want to eat heavy foods, sweet or salty. That's okay. Allow your body to eat whatever it wants to eat within the days following this clearing session. Okay, it's gonna be a big purge, so just keep that in mind. Other than that, that's the message I want to share with everyone here today. If you feel called, the session is going to be July 13th for the full moon. Pay attention, what is coming up, what reoccurring dialogue, what patterns keep showing up for you, and notice if there's any interference that's getting in the way from you doing it. Okay? And I would say the moment that you book or sign up for the event, you're already setting you're setting the intention, and you're anchoring in this energy. And when you become solid in like, this is what I need to do, not for anybody else but for myself, this is when you start noticing you are navigating the energy around you versus getting consumed by all these outside forces. Okay, so signups are in the description below. Other than that, I hope you guys experience a renewal of waking up to this new identity, this new you for this line, this Sirius gateway, and prepare for another massive shift coming up for Lionsgate on 8/8. Other than that, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see everyone here for the next update. Tammy Do, signing up.